Good afternoon, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with a side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte OG. Well, guys, we're much overdue for a commodities update, so I'm going to give you the update. So basically, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about today because gold, silver, copper, everything alike is getting ready to explode, especially gold and silver. We don't really have to worry about the rest of it. Like, you guys aren't trading corn and fucking wheat and cotton and all this other bullshit. You guys care about the physical commodities and you care about, the mining companies. And I'm going to show you one that I'll go through first. Let's do the update. So gold is at $1891.95. It's down about $3.75. It's holding strong. It finally broke $1,900. So it's trying to, build a small base over here. So basically, we came off strong. Unlike with our crypto mess we're in right now. If we take a look at this. So when we're going up, average volume, we get to the top, we've got 37,753. We get down here. We're not really changing it that much. We come down here, 38.8. Come up here, 38. 37.8. So down about 1,000 when you get to the top, so we come back down and get more of a base. So what I think is going to happen, as you guys know, is I think we got to come back to a base down here around like 1880, 1883. You're not going to really want to break down much farther than like these levels right here, because you could technically go all the way down here to pick up a base, but I think it's more likely that we're staying above that. We'll update this, every couple days, every day if I feel the need. But you guys know me. I love my commodities, and I do have physical gold and silver in my vault somewhere inside a safe somewhere in the greater Michigan area. But I also have silver and I have copper. What do I have? About 4 ounces of gold that I've been just collecting, buying. I buy 5 to 10 grams every month right now. I have made a couple ounce purchases of gold in the past year and a half. And then I've also got getting up to about 50 grams of platinum and around 200 ounces of silver. So 50 grams of platinum would be like an ounce and a half of platinum I've got. Or ounce and 3/4. So, and this all started in the last year and a half. Like I said, before that I was pissed broke. Then I started learning the charts, and I gave myself a leg up, and now I'm building a foundation. Yeah, I'm not rich right now, but I'm building a foundation to set me up for the future. And I've been laying the foundation for the last year and a half. Bought a house. And now, it's a nice house, something I never thought I'd be in. I came from a manufactured home that was worth probably 20 grand. 10 grand by the time I sold it, or 5, whatever it was worth. So, but I bought a $220,000 house. I got it for $160,000, but it's appreciated really quickly, and I got it for a really good deal. So, and with this, with the market we're in, I'm very fortunate and blessed. But it took a lot of hard work, and that's why I tell you guys, I'm doing this the right way, because I promised myself that if I ever did get out of the situation I was in, I would teach as many people as possible to also get out of the situation. And that's why I say we're going to all become independent millionaires, but we have to do it in the proper channels. And the proper channels also include having commodities. You can't just do it all in crypto. Nothing's better than having physical metals. Nothing's better than having that store of value, period. I don't care what anybody says to deflect you. Gold, silver, platinum, palladium. I always wanted palladium. I just can't get my hands on it. It's too, it's expensive. It's rare. And then, you can have a whole bunch of different things, and you can just store them up, and you have paper money. It's not a store of value, so it's shit. That paper money ain't dick. That paper money in your pocket, it's worth just that. It's worth the price they put on it. There ain't dick. It just, the price of your dollar just went under, the storage of value just went under 90 cents. It's at 0.89. It's the lowest levels it's been since January, guys. Inflation's going up very rapidly. Next time you go into the store, go look at the gallon of milk, go look at the cost of butter, go look at a loaf of bread, the cheapest loaf of bread, because I always do it based on the cheapest. You know, and even look at the off-brand milk that I would not advise you to drink, even though I am guilty of drinking it much in my life because I couldn't afford better. But like the Walmart milks or the Meijer brand, well, Meijer's not as bad, but the store brand milks, certain stores have an agenda, you know, it's all part of this big plan. So you got to buy the real milk. It's just like in this, you can't just have it all in crypto. When crypto's down, you still want to be building your store of value outside of crypto. So your house, sure, is it really an asset because you're living in it? But your gold, your silver, it's always increasing over time. Your platinum, your palladium, you know, your copper, all this shit. As long as you're not buying collector coins, because let's face it, guys, collector coins aren't worth dick either. And that in a scenario where money's scarce, we need something of value. And no, we're not talking about a doomsday scenario, because in a doomsday scenario, guys, dead fucking gold, what does it matter? If I can grow food, do you really care if somebody hands you a piece of gold, or are you going to come get the fucking food? So no. In the same situation in a doomsday scenario, is your crypto really going to matter? No. I'm talking about when we still have a functional society. So you have a store of value with your gold, your silver, your palladium, your platinum, your copper. You know, we can go down even farther. You know, if you have zinc deposits, that would even work. If you have diamonds, now probably won't work, and pearls, because that shit nobody cares about. That's all, again, that's like paper money. That only has the value we place on it. It isn't really, there ain't really no use to it. You need precious metals. If somebody handed you a diamond and a gold bar and said, oh, you know, which one would you rather have? I'll take the gold every day of the week and twice on Sundays. I'll laugh. Here you go, take that shitty diamond. That's a blood diamond. I don't even own diamonds. The only diamond I've ever bought in my life was for Julie's engagement ring. I'm being dead serious, because and that wasn't even that was not even a very small diamond, and it just came in the design of the ring. So, same way I feel about Bitcoin. It's blood money. The diamonds, that's blood diamonds. That comes with a lot of people's blood, sweat, and tears. So does gold, but that's mining companies for the most part. And sure, you got everybody's doing shitty things. So anyhow, let's get back to this. So gold at $1891.61, down $4. So I'm expecting a little bit of a retrace down to like $18.80 to gather a bigger base. It could go down to $18.50, but this is going to be a very quick swing, and this is going to move up imminently. Go watch guys like Peter Schiff. He knows his shit. Go watch guys like Robert Kiyosaki. He knows his fucking housing market. He knows what's coming. They know the incoming economic collapse and the reasons why it's important to have a store of value. Kiyosaki's going to tell you about housing as your store of value, because he doesn't, not houses he lives in, but he's going to teach you that route instead of necessarily the gold and silver or the other precious metals you can own. So silver's up 9 cents to $27.75. It retraced a little bit yesterday when gold was still up. So it did peak over 28 cents, about 28.03 roughly. But now it's gathered its base. It could come down. And like I said, we'll put the reference point. And, I draw a lot. So we'll put the reference points on here. We could possibly come down to 27.11. But I think it's more likely, now that we've come up here and broke 28, that we're basically got a bear pennant flag. But I think it's more likely that we might have touched bottom and we're going to go sideways and up from here on silver. But we could always gather the base down at 27, which whatever. So then I've got Fortuna Silver Mines, as I've been talking to you guys about. This is one of my most cherished, precious, and ones I've always loved. I once rode it from the $4 and something cent range to over $8-9. But Fortuna Silver Mines is a company in Canada. They're $1.2 billion market cap. But they also have mining in Southeast Asia. They've got it in Mexico, India, I believe. They've got it in all different countries. They have gold, silver deposits that they go for. They do zinc deposits. They've also got other precious metals, but they basically have, they're a mining company, but they're not a junior mining company like the other two that I always tell you about. This is a more established company, and one day, if you ever see silver at $50, $100, I'm telling you, Fortuna Silver Mines is going to be one of those $30, $40, $50, and possibly even $100 players per share. So this is going to be an extremely long hold for me. I was considering which ones to have. I was flirting with B2 Gold, but at the end of the day, I had the silver trust, and I wanted Fortuna Silver Mines. I love them. They're like my secret love affliction in the mining companies. They're the first mining company I ever bought that actually turned me it's the first company I ever owned besides Guinness and all these other penny stocks that I just played, that I took a long position, and after 3 months, I had profited $1,000 on the company. You know, so basically I had turned my $500, or I doubled my money. I made 100%. So, but it was also the first company that actually made $1,000 in profit that I actually long held. So it taught me in a way of how to read the charts. And then instead of selling it, I kept buying it when it was down, and I built a level I built the wall up and down, basically. So it was at like 674, 675. Been talking to you guys about it, but when it did this little dump off, I finally said, you know what, even if it comes back down, so be it. I bought it during this dump off, and I bought $1,591 worth at $6.71. So it wasn't the bottom, but it was, it was pretty good. So I've got 300 and I don't even know how many shares I have. 1591 divided by 6. I don't even know what it was. 6. I'm just going to say 676. So 235 shares roughly. And I'm just going to build it up and down. But if it comes down here, you better believe I'm going to be throwing a few $100 more in. But it's a good time to start a position, because it could very well sandwich up instead of breaking down, so it's going to do something. So that's Fortuna Silver Mines. GPL is the Great Panther Mining. That's a junior mining company. Now would be a extraordinarily good time to buy it. It just had its breakdown. Look at the M's. So this thing is going to slingshot. And when I say slingshot, I mean fucking slingshot to oblivion. And then, it's hard for me because I like both GPL and AAU, but I know AAU, if I had to choose one, I would take AAU. It's a junior mining company. They both run like penny stocks. But, I mean, you see at 59 cents how this one fell down to 51. It did exactly what GPL did. It's just at a smaller level because they're at different price targets. GPL had a minor run up that you don't see right before this, and that's why it had a farther fall. I can go back to GPL and show you what I'm talking about. But GPL had that minor run up right there, and that's what caused this. It looked like a bigger collapse, but really, GPL was only at about 82 cents, so it would have been a fall from 82 to 73, but it had an extremely big push up to 90 cents and then collapsed immediately following it. So everything's not what it looks like on paper. AAU, though, it looks like we might come back down and retest 51 cents one more time, but after that, it's over. We could have a retest at 51 cents. That's why I circled the W right there. Just because we see what happened with GPL, and to me, that could be our indicator that we could have a small pullback of about 3 to 4 cents. I put $200 on my Charles Schwab just in case. But it's one of those things. Do you go with GPL? Or do you go with AAU? Because GPL is dirt cheap. And the more I talk about this, the more I think I might just start throwing the more money on GPL. Keep my AAU, but GPL is dirt cheap, and it just had that huge fucking dump. I'm gonna have to think long and hard about this one, to be honest with you, because GPL has the higher price target, and now that it's only that big of a differential, when I had originally bought AAU, it was at 47 cents, and GPL was all the way up at 90 cents, and I had bought it at 76 cents. So the difference of only 18 cents, guys, is huge. I mean, fuck. So yeah, I'm probably going to buy some GPL when I get off of here. reposition this, because that is way too cheap for GPL. I mean, that is, guys, that's way too fucking cheap. Sure as I stand here on this burning hot fucking grass below my feet, that is a scorching hot, spicy, must have, can't miss price for GPL. Are you shitting me? So the moment I get off of here, I'm buying GPL. So I hope you enjoyed your update. This is your commodities update. I'll bring you one more often. I really love doing it. So stay true, stay blessed. And if you're watching the crypto markets, you know, make sure you're paying attention. Bitcoin kind of is trying to make a little move down, guys. So watch that 38,000 line. But remember, sideways and up, guys. Sideways and up. So now we're hooking. And now we should go into sideways consolidation. Just have a very good exit plan. Make sure you watch Bitcoin very closely. Stay true, stay blessed.